Israelites were walking through the wilderness following the pillar of cloud led by God. They were now facing the land of Canaan that God had promised. God selected 12 people, one from each tribe of Israel, and sent them to inspect the land of Canaan. Of the 12 people who visited the land of Canaan, 10 reported like this: "The land of Canaan is such a good land. It flows with milk and honey and has many beautiful fruits. However, there is a very large castle there and strong people. We can't go there. We look like grasshoppers." Then the Israelites who heard this said, "Rather than fighting and dying against the Canaanites, let us appoint another commander and return to Egypt." In fact, God had heard the Israelites complain countless times since they left Egypt. But He understood and forgave all of their resentment. However, even though the promised land was just around the corner, when God heard the words, "Let's go back to Egypt," He said this to Moses: "The people of Israel are a people who ignore me and do not believe in me. Therefore, the entire nation of Israel will be destroyed by a plague. Moses, I will create a new nation starting with you." God was really angry. The relationship between God and Israel seemed to have completely broken down. God was really angry, and He spoke of the destruction of Israel through a plague. At that time, Moses stood between God and the Israelites and began to pray. It is said that the Lord is slow to anger and overflowing with love, forgiving sins and transgressions. So please forgive these people's sins, just as you have forgiven them since they left Egypt. Moses talks about God's character one by one. We talk about a God who does not get angry easily and has an abundance of love. He prayed that even though the people betrayed and had evil intentions, God would be good and merciful and would forgive them. How afraid must Moses have been when he said this? But people who pray are people who know who God is. Also, a person who prays is a person who says something to God with such boldness, even though he or she is afraid and trembling. For our family, our country, and the world. God heard Moses' prayer and answered, "I will forgive you according to your word." It's amazing, because one person's prayer saved a nation. Friends, is it only Moses' prayer? If we fully know God's heart and pray knowing God's promises and His character through the Bible, when we pray for our family and our country and the world, God will surely save our family, country, and the world as well.